outside. I got options, but I want you. Baby, I want you, girl. How about you fuck with me tonight? I got options, but I want you.
Hey, that sound like a plan, don't it? Ain't no opponent, that's that business, I'm gon' stand on it. Long as you don't hit up my homies, we can date a little. You think it's shallow, but it's cool, but I got boundaries still. How about the broken yoke, cantaloupe or watermelon? Let's go camping, we can light a citronella candle. Pick and choose, you might lose if you take a chance. Bottle popping, I got options like I'm first draft.
Every time I step outside, I got options, but I want you. Baby, I want you, girl.
All right. Welcome to the Everyday People Network.
Okay, then what's good with you, man? Appreciate you having me.
It's all good. It's a pleasure. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
My name is Illy, Octane. In this thing, you feed me Rich Harvest ENT all day. Whole lot of rich shit.
Okay. So first, how'd you get your name?
Man, that's a long story. Illy was Illyon was this kid that had escaped from like Mexico in this boat. I remember I heard the story. I was like, I thought that was real powerful to be that young and figure out your move. Octane, I got doing music in Cleveland. I was in a rap battle one time, and one of my homeboys was like, "You was flaming these niggas, bro. You should change your shit to Octane." So, you know what I mean? I just put them together.
So I'm under the impression you're an Indianapolis native.
I'm from a small town, actually, Marion and Anderson. But I've been residing here for long enough to say this is my city as well as anybody else's.
Okay, dope. Yo, you got a dope name, bro. Like, the illest name I heard is like Ghostface Killer or some shit. You know what I'm saying? It's shit fire.
I appreciate that.
Okay, so I was doing my research and I saw a lot of LA connections. How did that come about?
I always liked the LA vibe when I was, younger, coming up with music with Snoop and Cube and, you know what I mean, NWA and to Kendrick now. Like, I just always kind of liked that swag. So when I feel like I got myself settled here, I wanted to go somewhere where I feel like my music could potentially fit in. So I went to LA. I went to Mix Studio, and the engineer that recorded me was like, "Bro, you need to come keep doing this." You know what I mean? So I went out there, kicked it with a couple of people, moved around to some spots, and it's been good ever since.
Yo, what's the response when they hear you're from Indianapolis?
I don't think people really know where I'm from by hearing the music. They make comparisons with voice-wise, you know what I mean? But they'd be surprised when it's like, "Are you from there?" Like, you got the potential to be anywhere.
So, how long you been MC?
Man, all my life. You know what I mean? As far as trying to do it professionally, I would say the last 10 to 15 years, you know what I mean? As far as just loving music, all my life. Like, my parents did music. My mom, a gospel singer. They was recording music in the crib, you know what I mean? So I kind of always been around that element.
Okay. What would you tell yourself? Okay, so 15 years ago, what was your first project?
The Middleman.
The Middleman. What year was this?
This was probably 2003, 2004.
Okay.
Yeah.
What would you tell Illy at that time, if you could?
Figure out the business. Figure out the business. Like, it's a lot of dope artists, but you can't really get in the game without knowing some type of business of who to talk to and how to present it, and you know what I mean? Instead of just having it on your block, you gotta be able to present it to other people that could potentially listen to it. You know what I mean? It's music. We got our own stories, but it's still music, so it's something that other people can relate to.
So in 15 years, the game has changed a lot.
Yeah, definitely.
How have you been able to adapt? Change the sound, change the MCing type and all that?
Yeah, I mean, I'm a lyricist. You know, I'm from the Midwest. Our style always kind of been versatile on whatever artist you could think of from the Midwest to Chicago, Detroit. Like, we kind of embody that same thing. My style is, I go off of what's going on. I got a voice that you're gonna be like, "Oh, that's Illy." I got my ad libs. You're gonna hear, "Yeah, okay then." You know what I mean? You gonna know that's him. But I'm always able to stay up with what's going on. Like, I got a real deal, genuine love for music, and the people that I rock with the youngsters and the older ones, like, you know, you can fit in wherever.
Okay, so 15 years rapping. At what year did Rich Harvest come into the picture?
I would say, man, when we start 16th Street, when was 16th Street? Like, 2014, yeah, I'd say around that time, yeah, Rich Harvest came about and we was trying to figure out how to make it into a business. So about 2014, 2015.
Okay, so what did the organization look like then compared to now?
A lot of rappers. It was like a slew of rappers. We had way more rappers than anybody else that knew what was going on with music. You know what I mean? We had producers. We had a lot of everything. You know what I mean? A lot of singers. But as you started figuring out the business and who can be responsible for their role, not just want to be in the studio, you know, you got to start looking around like, okay, who can stay, who can help build this up to something else? Because even though we got all these artists, we got to get it out to the rest of the people.
Okay.
Yeah.
How did y'all go from just a group of MCs or creative people into making it something actually financially beneficial?
I think when we opened the studio, we opened it up to people being able to come and do sessions, you know what I mean, to be able to come and buy beats. So Rich Harvest kind of turned into a brand. It was like, oh, I can go here, buy a beat and record and take pictures in the other room and, you know, shoot a video with the people that's up here. It was a place where you could go and get all the I's dotted and the T's crossed, you know what I mean? So when we opened that, it turned into a brand almost bigger than our names. You know what I mean? People was calling me Rich Harvest when I would record. They wasn't calling me Illy, you know what I mean? But we wasn't never really promoting. We was promoting the brand as opposed to me just coming in and showing you all my videos every time you come in before you get to do your session. You know what I mean? I'm trying to keep you on track so you could potentially turn it up for everybody else too. Okay. So when we created the business, like I said, about 2014, 2015, we started figuring out different ways to get the brand big, and it worked out for us as individual artists.
So how did that turn into a festival?
Every time people be having showcases, they make artists pay. I don't be understanding that. You know what I mean? I don't understand how I'm gonna pay you to do my song, and you might not even play my song when I leave after today. You just want to get paid. So Rich Fest was kind of like, we're gonna celebrate all the artists who doing everything they can to push their artistry as opposed to just being able to perform somewhere. Because usually, you know, if I pay you to perform and it's all artists, that's just helping you in the artist community. But I would think that most artists are trying to get their music out to the rest of the world. And I think it's the responsibility of some of these promoters or some of these DJs to put it in rotation just like they would anybody else's. So.
Okay. Let's talk about Rich Fest. You know, for somebody who hasn't been, second year, right? Mm-hmm. Somebody who hasn't been, give me a description of the festivities and what you are to expect.
It's a non-for-profit community event. So our first and foremost thing was the neighborhood that we was putting Rich Fest together in. We wanted to be able to help out in some type of way. So when you come, you're gonna see us helping the community, giving away school supplies, you know what I mean, giving away free food for people that come through, having free activities for the kids. Like, it's free for them to just come and enjoy as well as hear music, you know what I mean, new music. DJ gonna mix in music, but you're gonna hear a lot of new artists with a lot of good music from the beginning to the back, you know what I mean. Walk around, it's vendors, food vendors. It's another stage where another show is going on. That's, you know what I mean, you might want more of a hip hop show or more of an R&B show. We try to give you that a little bit more this year than we did last year.
Okay.